Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam. Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Okay, on this occasion, we will present the result of our group discussion about mapping the development of the Indonesian population increase, population grow, as well as poverty and underdevelopment. Our group member is Nur Hazizah, Yudhistira Nanda, Faziatul Haziah Nurina ini and Rifas Pramadaniel. Lecture Rizky Syafril, SHI, MSI, and our class is Population and Environmental Administration. So, Indonesia, as the fourth most population country in the world, has interesting population development dynamic to study. Population development is closely related to various aspects to life, such as economy, social, and culture. Therefore, mapping population development, population growth, and its relationship to poverty and underdevelopment is very important in formulating relevant policies. In this presentation, we'll discussion in the detail this dynamic and relate them to socioeconomic indicators such as poverty and underdevelopment. So, the first material will be delivered by Ezi kepada Ezi. To Ezi, please.
Okay, thank you, moderator. I will read material about mapping the development of the Indonesian population. Based on data from the Central Statistic Agency, Indonesia's population reached around 273 million in 2020. Since the beginning of the 20th century, Indonesia has experienced a rapid population surge, especially after independence. This growth was influenced by high birth rates and improvement in health services that have success in reducing mortalitas rates. The distribution pattern of Indonesia's population is very uneven. Java Island accommodate more than 55 of the population, even though it only cover 7% of Indonesian total land area. Meanwhile, islands such as Kalimantan, Papua, and Sulawesi have much smaller population despite their large areas. Next, factor affecting population development. Migration, internal migration, especially rural to urban migration, is an important phenomena affecting population distribution. Many people move to big cities such as Jakarta, Surabaya, and Medan in search of jobs and a better life. The next is birth and death rate. Although the birth rate has declined over the past few decades, the number of children per woman in Indonesia is still relative high compared to development countries. Next is government policy. The family planning program launched in the late 1960 has succeeded in reducing the birth rate, but the success of this program varies across regions. Next.
Wait,
Next.
bentar. Lupa, Son. Hah?
Okay, the next is population growth. Population growth refers to the total change in population over a period of time. In Indonesia, the population growth rate is around 1% per year according to BPS. Although this rate varies between urban and rural areas, significant population growth is occurring in urban areas as urbanization increases. Jakarta, as the national capital, continues to attract migrants from all over Indonesia. This has led to rapid population growth and has impacted the provision of public service, infrastructure, and housing. Thank you. Okay, thank you.
Okay, the next material by Yudhishtirananda.
Thank you, moderator. Next, population growth. Population growth in Indonesia is calculated based on the difference between the birth rate and the death rate. Currently, Indonesia population growth rate is decreasing along with the success of population control programs. Although the growth rate is still quite high compared to other countries in Southeast Asia. The main factor influencing population growth. Fertility rate, according to the Indonesian Demographic and Health Survey, the total fertility rate was at 2.45 in 2020. Although this figure has decreased, it still indicates that one average each woman has more than 2 children during her lifetime. The next, life expectancy. Improvement in health have increased life expectancy in Indonesia. According to WHO data, life expectancy in Indonesia in 2020 reached 71.72 years, up from 67.1 years in 2000. The role of education and family planning socialization. Better education, especially for women, as well as family planning campaigns contributes to lowering birth rates and reducing population growth. Next, poverty in Indonesia. Poverty in Indonesia has been a chronic problem for decades. According to BPS in September 2020, the poverty rate in Indonesia reached 10% or around 2,000 point 55 million people living below the poverty line. Although there has been a decline in poverty rate over time, regional difference in poverty remains significant. The next factor causing poverty, unemployment and unemployment. Many people in rural area work in the informal sector or as small farmers with very low incomes. The lack of decent employment opportunity make it difficult for many people to escape the poverty trap. Next, access to education and health. Limited access to quality education and health service, especially in remote areas, contributes to low social and economic mobility. Next, development inequality. The inequality in development between urban and rural area also causes economic disparities. Development that is more concentrated in large cities leaves rural communities behind in terms of economic access and job opportunities. The next, impact of poverty. Poverty has a wide impact on various aspects of life, such as education, health, and child welfare. Chronic poverty also contributes to underdevelopment in various regions of Indonesia, especially in less development areas such as Nusa Tenggara, Papua, and Maluku. Next, underdevelopment in Indonesia. Underdevelopment in Indonesia can be measured through several indicators such as literacy rate,
Sorry, Nanda. The next material by Rifas.
Okay.
So Rifas, the next. Okay.
Underdevelopment in Indonesia. Underdevelopment in Indonesia can be measured through several indicators such as literacy rates, life expectancy, access to clean water, and sanitation, according to the United Nations Development Program. Indonesia is ranked 107 out of 189 countries in the Human Development Indonesia in 2020. This show that Indonesia still faces significant challenges in effort to improve the quality of life of its population. Next, underdeveloped regions. Some regions in Indonesia, such as Papua, East Nusa Tenggara, and North Maluku, are classified as underdeveloped regions. Underdevelopment in these regions is caused by various factors such as limited infrastructure access, poor transportation networks, electricity, and internet access make it difficult for these regions for these regions to integrate with the national and global economy. Low equality education. Limited access to quality education result in low level of literacy and the skill needed to compete in the job market. Lack of government investment. Lack of government attention in building basic infrastructure in these areas has further exacerbated underdevelopment. Next, government effort to overcome underdevelopment. The Indonesian government has launched various programs to address underdevelopment, such as the program to accelerate the development of underdeveloped regions and the village fund program. Through larger budget allocation and decentralization policies, and the government seeks to reduce the development gap between urban and rural areas. Thank you.
Okay,
Back
so
to
the next one,
moderator.
the relationship between population growth, poverty, and underdevelopment. Uncontrolled population growth has a direct impact on poverty and underdevelopment. Communities with many children but limited income tend to experience a decline in quality of life. In many cases, poverty makes access to education and health difficult, which then result in underdevelopment. Low level of education also affect awareness of the importance of family planning, so that the cycle of poverty and high population growth repeats itself over and over again. Areas experiencing poverty and underdevelopment are often areas with higher population growth rate than the national average. Poverty alleviation effort must include programs that focus not only on economic improvement, but also on controlling population growth, improving the quality of education and access to health service. So, conclusion, mapping Indonesian population growth and understanding its relationship to poverty and underdevelopment is an important step in formulating target policies. The high population growth rate, uneven population distribution, and challenge in overcoming poverty and underdevelopment require the attention of the government and all stakeholders. Holistic and sustainable policies, which includes controlling population growth, improving education, and developing infrastructure, are essential to improving the quality of life of all Indonesians. So that's the result of our presentation. Sorry if there is any mistake. Thank you and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.